We're often told in the professional world that the goals we set for ourselves must be SMART, which means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. However, I disagree with two of these criteria. Hello everyone, I'm mannsiagrawal, and today I'm going to teach you how to set goals for real success in today's world that are slightly different from what is normally accepted. Goals should be SMART. Let's run through each of these criteria and tell you whether I agree with them or not. Number one, SMART. S stands for specific. Your goals should be specific. I totally agree with this. Don't have a random goal like I want to be successful. Talk about what success means to you. Put in all the details. Make it a very specific goal, because the more specific it is, the more you're sure about what actions you need to take in order to achieve them. Let's say you're a businessman and you want to have more profit. However, you've understood that to have more profit, maybe you need to expand. So your goal should say, I want to expand in order to achieve more profit. So number one, your goal should be specific. Number two, your goals should be measurable. What does this mean? This means that irrespective of what your goal is, there should be some empirical method or some numbers to be able to measure whether or not you have achieved your goal. I totally agree with this. If there were no numbers, you wouldn't really know whether you've achieved your goal or not. What does it mean to say, I want to be very successful? Nothing at all. However, again, if you're a businessman, you say, I want to expand my business to achieve more profits. I want to make sure I have 3 new stores and the profit that I achieve is, say, 100 rupees more than what I had last year. So what you're doing is your goal is extremely specific and your goal is also measurable. Now the third thing, A, achievable. That's where I have a little problem. You see, achievable goals are those goals that can be achieved rather easily, but they don't challenge us. The word I'd like you to replace the word achievable with is ambitious. Have a goal that's ambitious. The more ambitious your goal, the more the chances are of you actually putting in effort to getting them. The payoff is going to be a lot higher, and that's going to motivate you a lot more. Therefore, I say, don't have a goal that's very achievable. That's not really a goal at all. That is a consequence of what would normally happen in any case. Have a goal that's ambitious. Have something that makes you motivated to work hard towards receiving it. Let's say you're a businessman. Don't say, I want to increase my profit by 10%. Say you want to increase your profit by 35%, 40%. No matter what it is, it should be something that's ambitious and something that challenges you. Next, R. R normally stands for the word realistic. Again, I don't agree. Don't have a goal that's too realistic. A very realistic goal is, again, just a consequence. Have a goal that gives you a rush, that makes you feel tingly inside. Have a goal that makes you feel so motivated that you wake up in the morning because you really want to achieve it. Therefore, the next one again is rush inducing. It should be something that makes you feel something, that makes you want to get up. Let's say you're a businessman. Again, don't say I want to have 5 new stores. Say I want to have 15 new stores. The rush that thought itself and the goal itself will give you will definitely motivate you to work harder. And finally, T. T stands for time bound. Any goal isn't really a goal. It's more like a vague thought if there is no time to it. Let's say you achieve something, but instead of taking 6 months to do it, you take 20 years. That wasn't a very ambitious goal actually, right? Therefore, it's extremely important that your goals are time bound. Make sure you put in some kind of a time by which you want to achieve your goal. That is going to make the entire process a lot more fulfilling for you. So, here were my words: specific, measurable, ambitious, rush inducing, and time bound. Let me give you an example of how I use this once in my life. When I was in grade 9, in the second term exam, I failed chemistry. I did not really like failing in exams, which is why I decided I was going to work extra hard. But this was my goal. In my third and final term exam, I would get a 90% in my chemistry paper. Was it specific? Absolutely. It was 90% in my chemistry paper. Number 2, was it measurable? Absolutely. There was a number, 90%. Was it ambitious? Yes, so ambitious that it made me want to study every single day. Did it give me a rush? Absolutely. The fact that I would go from a 33 to a 90 if I achieved my goal gave me a huge rush and a huge sense of achievement. Was it time bound? Absolutely. I had to do it within a span of 3 or 4 months. And guess what? I did get a 94% that year in my chemistry exam. I don't remember much of exactly what I learned in chemistry, but what I do remember is that this process works, and I want you to try it for yourself. Happy goal setting.